How and why is it so important to breathe right down our body into our toes? Well, it's important because this part of our body is really good at giving us high energy, helping our heart beat more quickly, our breathing be fast so that we can run and fight and jump. It's great. But if we're in that all the time, then we experience ongoing stress and tightness, and life feels really uncomfortable. But luckily, down at the bottom of our bodies, so kind of below our chest area, is another system that's all about helping us feel calmer, slowing our heart rate down, and making us feel a lot more comfortable and more able to think clearly. So, why is it difficult to do the kind of breathing that is going to send the air right down our bodies? The main reason is because many of us are stuck in this more rigid, high, hard energy. So when we pull air up through our nose and send it down into our body with the aim of getting it down towards our toes, it feels incredibly hard to do. So be patient and be kind to yourself. So what most people do, if I say, take a deep breath, if I'm working with them or I'm doing a conference presentation or whatever, and I'm illustrating this point, and I say, okay, take a deep breath. This is what I see. So can you see what's happening? Shoulders are coming up, the breath is going into this part of their body, and then they breathe out. Now, of course, they have got oxygen in at that point, but what often happens is it then just makes us feel tighter and more tense because we've breathed directly more oxygen and energy into the part of our body that's already a bit hyper alert and a bit twitchy. So breathing further down into the body is the thing that's going to really help. But like I said, it can feel difficult at first. I first learned to breathe this way by lying down. So lying flat on my back. I used to practice it a lot when I was in bed. So generally when you're in bed on your own is better because you've only got your own energy. And just placing my hand down on the lower part of my body, it's down on my tiptoes, so that I could tell if I was getting any breath down there. And then just slowly pulling the air up through my nose with the intention of sending it down to my toes and then breathing out through my mouth. So it takes time and it takes practice. But what I often do is I just imagine in my head as I'm breathing in through my nose, this flow of air up and it just going down my body as far as I can get it. So I just take a breath in through my nose and it's one fluid intake of breath down as far as I can get it. And that will vary from everybody and it's a work in progress for all of us. So it's not something to worry about, it's just something to practice. So we breathe in through our nose and at the same time, we're just aiming to send the breath down our bodies. So sometimes you can get it a little bit beyond the chest area. Eventually you'll be able to get it really right down into your belly, which fantastic if you can do that. And sometimes if I'm really feeling stressed and I really want to ground myself, I'll imagine that I'm sending it right down to my toes. Probably got it down to about my knees then. So the idea of sending breath down to your toes is just to encourage you to feel into sending it as far down your body as you can get. So have some fun, practice it, and know that honestly, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Some days it will feel harder than the others, but your body will start to learn this. See, my shoulders hardly move. The difference between into my chest area and sending it down towards my toes. What a difference. Enjoy.